Julie Chen is trending big time online on what she says she did in order to get into the big time TV. She is now the co-host, has been for a number of years here. The show is called The Talk. And she's also been hosting the reality show Big Brother and is a former network news anchor. And Chen just this week revealed early on in her career that she followed the direction of an agent and a former boss. And both of these people told her she should undergo plastic surgery to make her eyes bigger. Chen, on The Talk this week, actually showed the before, and we can all see her now, the after pictures, while revealing her big secret.
And I want to show you a side-by-side of how dramatic this surgery really was. I mean, if you look at the after, the eyes are bigger. I look more alert. But I will say, after I had that done, everything kind of, the ball did roll for me. Which, you know, I struggle with, wow, you know, did I give in to the man and do this? Yeah.
Let's talk about this with CNN digital correspondent Kelly Wallace and Wendy Urushima-Conn, a former TV reporter and current president of the Asian Business Association in San Diego. So, ladies, welcome. And Wendy, let me just begin with you since, you know, we can talk TV and your career. I just want to ask, personally speaking, did anything happen like this to you? A boss come to you, pressure you to change?
Yeah, thanks for asking. Happy to be here. You know, I'm very fortunate that was never brought up to me here in the San Diego market, but, you know, I understand it's a very visual medium, and I applaud Julie for coming forward and being courageous and sharing her story, because it is her story. But I think at the end of the day, it really comes back to personal choice and feeling confident in choosing what you decide to do. Part of me also said, gosh, if someone had asked me, I would feel a little sickened, and I might say, you know what, then I may not be the right person for the job. But it's, you know, I was never asked.
It's one thing to think it, but to put yourself in her shoes so many years ago, really, to both of you, you heard Julie saying, you know, a little teeny tiny bit of her worries that she gave into the man. Kelly Wallace, do you think she did it all?
You know, I think I also agree. I sort of respect her decision, and it was a difficult one, obviously, to make, and she's sort of questioning if, you know, that decision was something that if she didn't do, would her career have gone forward? What I hope really is that as our world, we celebrate more and more diversity, that if there's a young Julie Chen in Dayton, Ohio right now, that she doesn't even get asked this question, and that she doesn't even have to think about this. That's what we hope as we become a more diversified world.
Hopefully, you know, all of us hope, being in this visual medium, we hope that times have changed and people are more accepting of all the different ways, you know, we look. But I know, Kelly, that you've been pouring through some of the backlash online. What are people saying about this?
Yeah, a lot of backlash, a lot of sadness, a lot of outrage, and then some people will say, I don't even know what all the outrage is all about. Let me read you a couple of comments that we're getting at CNN.com. You have someone who said, horrible role model. She sold herself out. Very sad. Another person who said, this is the burden under which all minorities must live. If you don't look European, you are not considered beautiful by the general public. And then there was this comment who said, she looks great. I can tell you that the before person never would have had the success in the media business that the after person would. Plastic surgery is a common practice in the business. What is the big deal? So just a sense of the range of comments we're seeing online.
Just Wendy, weigh in, and as we were talking about this segment too, we were wondering, you know, if there are issues. It seems from what I can tell, there are issues in other cultures, maybe to look more Western. And I'm also wondering if men deal with this too. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's interesting. When I was growing up, I'm fourth generation Japanese American, and I remember being teased for having slanted eyes, and how as a young girl I thought, well, it must better just to be white and to act white, whatever that means. And so I think we've come a long way. I think we have a long way to go. And as I tell, I'm a mother. I've got two daughters, a toddler and a teenager, who are very impressionable. And I remind them, I said, you know, we all come in different shapes and sizes. You know, it matters what's up here and what's in here. Are you trying your best? Are you kind? Do you have integrity? Are you giving back to the community? The rest of it doesn't really matter.
I got to tell you, for my own personal, let's say 12 years been doing this, you know, the only person that said anything to me was very early on, cut your hair and take that crazy earring out of your ear. That's really it, you know, for me. So I feel lucky. But final question, because hearing Julie Chen saying, quoting her, she said, you know, after it happened, the ball did roll for me. And I want to throw the picture up one more time. This is the older, you know, local anchor, Dayton, Ohio, Julie Chen. And I'm just wondering, first, Wendy, to you, and then Kelly, do you think if she had stayed As we see her on the left-hand side of your screen, do you think that she would be in the position she is today?
You know, that's a tough question. I'll take that first. I mean, at the end of the day, when you look at Julie's skills, she is an incredible reporter, anchor, role model. She's fabulous on-air talent, and she's good at what she does. Now, given the climate 18 years ago in the Midwest, you know, I don't know. And so, again, I respect her decision to make the choices that she made. I mean, I color my hair. Oh, there, it's out. And
Me too,
so,
guilty.
I don't know if that makes me more successful or not. My husband says, let your hair go curly and stop dyeing it. But, you know, so who knows? But all I have to say is at the end of the day, she's really good at her job. She was beautiful before. She's beautiful now. And I think we just need to, again, continue to celebrate diversity. But yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it there because I love that final note. Beauty in the eye of the beholder as well. Wendy and Kelly, thank you both very, very much. Great discussion.
Thank you.
Coming up, he is one of those stars you never know.